We start with Major League Baseball. And after Sid Sixero wondered how Rob Manfred could talk to ESPN twice in 5 days with two completely different messages and not talk to anyone in the union in over a week, he actually talked to the union. Rosie, Heyman, Passon, everyone, they not only met Sid Sixero, according to reports, it went well. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hold on.
You don't have the button?
No, I don't. John Heyman never was on my board, always on your board. You always had to hit that button.
Damn it.
Go to the station, get your board. John Heyman, bombshell, tweet, 2:25 Eastern Time, breaking. MLB and Players Union are closing in on an agreement to play a 2020 season via players. Deal expected to be for prorated play and include expanded playoffs. Hold on.
I was about to sing Hallelujah on my own. You tell me there's more. Go ahead.
Jeff Passon, I saw you take the deep breath.
I was taking a breath. I was going to sing.
Jeff Passon, Major League Baseball has sent a new proposal to the MLB Players Association. Sources tell ESPN. No deal is done. But with Rob Manfred and Tony Clark having met, this is seen as significant progress, considering where the parties were 48 hours ago.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Hold on!
There's more.
Buster Olney. Sources. Owner's latest offer to PA, 60 games, full pro-rated, starting July 19th. Hold on. Rosie, 3:09 Eastern Time, 4 minutes after Buster Olney's. Source, MLB proposal includes 60 games in 70 days. Season starting July 19th or 20th. Full prorated salary. Expanded playoffs in 2020 and 2021. Waiving of any potential grievance. Feel free to...
Hallelujah, 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 the waiving of the grievance. No grievance for $1 billion. No grievance, no grievance, no grievance, no grievance.
$1 billion.
I should leave that low end to you. I don't know why I try and venture into that world. I just leave that one to you. But Tim, let me tell you.
Games. Hold on, not done.
There's more. There's more. Go, go, go.
Jason Stark explains how a 66-game schedule might work better in the way you map it out. Then, if you're ready for it, a statement.
Should I warm up the pipes for this one? Should I warm up the pipes for this one, McAllister, or not? Should I warm up the pipes?
E. Manfred Jr.
What's the D stand for? I heard it though. I caught it. It's. I don't know if it's plugged in. I don't know if the pod's up, but I heard the button you hit. Don't worry. Message received. Message received. We're good. Continue.
Maybe that was.
Read the statement.
Sisters.
Read the statement from Rob D. Manfred.
All right. Dylan, I don't know if my board's potted down or if I did something stupid. Hold on, let me try something.
I'll just blame Dylan. It's not like Dylan knows what he's doing.
All right, I screwed it up. Here is the statement from Robert D. Manfred Jr., Commissioner of Major League Baseball. At my request, Tony Clark and I met for several hours yesterday in Phoenix. We left that meeting with a jointly developed framework that we agreed could form the basis of an agreement and subject to conversations with our respective constituents. I summarized that framework numerous times in the meeting and sent Tony a written summary today. Consistent with our conversations yesterday, I am encouraging the clubs to move forward, and I trust Tony is doing the same.
Jointly develop framework. Jointly develop framework. Develop framework. Develop framework. Develop framework. Jointly develop framework. Talking one-on-one. 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 No more ridiculous public offers. Private negotiations. Private negotiations. Private negotiations. Private negotiations. What a miracle, Tim. What a miracle. I have been sitting in this basement that at times smells like fart for months, waiting for these two sides. No comment on Tim's basement. Waiting for these two sides to have a moment of, how do you say, clarity. Clarity. And with every tweet and statement that Tim McAuliffe puts on the table, with every thinly veiled shot that his soundboard gives despite not being hooked up properly, with all of it, this is the happiest I have been about baseball in months.
Oh, boy.
In months. Which means it will fall apart in 48 hours.
Here we go again. Why do you have to do this?
Tim, I hate to do this. I guarantee you we're going to have baseball. Boom. Where's the belt? Where's the belt? Update from Nightingale. What else is happening?
I'm so mad. I'm not ready to congratulate them. In fact, they can't even win in my eyes. The damn Coppa Italia is being handed out. They were ravaged. Napolitan.
Napoli. Shout out Napoli winning the Coppa Italia.
And they hadn't even sat down by the time the Coppa Italia restarted. You play? My answer is you wasted time. Here's what scares me the most. Call it a conspiracy theory. Call it the truth. Here's my level of distrust at this hour, only emboldened by the idea that Sid Seixeiro is happy that baseball is on its way back. Is there a possible way that both sides know this is going to be remarkably tough to pull off? A rise in COVID cases in many states, including Florida, as the NBA heads to Orlando. In fact, record cases over the last, 2 weeks. A second wave, though you could argue that the first wave never really went away in the United States of America, or at least they didn't get downward trending. Could they have actually said to each other, let's make a deal, knowing we may never actually get to play? And that way the public doesn't blame it on both of us. We all blame it on COVID.
That's on the table. That's on the table.
To poop all over whatever the hell you were drinking at that moment.
You're not pooping on anything.
Heard you slurp.
You're not pooping on anything. I think that's part of it. I think another part of it here, Tim. Listen, as Joel Sherman of the New York Post aptly put in a tweet not that long ago, Tim, a reminder that the COVID-19 virus will dictate all terms going forward. With all due respect to Tony, with all due respect to Rob D. Manfred, and thank you for reminding me his middle name is D, because I am not going to let that one go. With all due respect to both of those guys, that is the looming chaos. Now, in the micro of what just happened, Rob Manfred last week, 100% chance of a season. Rob Manfred Monday, I have no confidence will play a season. Rob Manfred is the one who asked to speak. Rob Manfred is the one who flew to Arizona. Rob Manfred has been the guy getting his bleep kicked in since Monday, since making those comments.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm seeing right now, Tim, and I know people are going to play listen, who really won here? Nobody really won here. BS. Tony Clark just won. Tony Clark had a staring contest with the major league owners, and he won. And he set the table for when the CBA runs out next year, either to continue to dictate terms because he has as unified a union as I've ever seen, or things just got real next year and we all need to hunker down for no baseball past 2021. because the owners are just going to be straight up pissed. But topic for another moment. This is Tony Clark's moment. A guy was nearly fired 2 years ago by the people inside his own union. This is not a good look for Manfred. Not.
I think you're walking way too far down the road when it comes to Tony Clark, but I agree with you on the notion that Rob Manfred may have messed up so much over the last week that it was good for baseball.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That Major League Baseball and the Players Union had their heads so far up their own rear ends, they couldn't hear anyone yelling and screaming until Rob Manfred screwed up so bad that the yelling and screaming got so loud that they could hear it even with their heads up their own bleeps. We allowed to say asses? It is a donkey. I don't know. I'll move on. Guys like Dan Schulman, Carl Ravitch, Jeff Passan, like guys who love the game, cover the game, were saying, "What are you doing? What's going on here?"
What was Schulman's exact quote? What the hell? Is that what he said? He came on air. He said, "What the hell?"
Right. So they finally sit back together, and in my estimation, Rob Manfred may have saved baseball and will eventually get fired for it.
Sometimes that happens. Well, the bell count will be next year. That's the granddaddy and all. That's for all the Tostitos when that
Right.
CBA runs out. But Tim, this is not a good moment for him. I don't want to get there either. I want to stay in this moment. I want to stay in the moment where you and I haven't heard anything really good about baseball for months, and you just rattled off an orgy of positivity. You just rattled off one quality after another of baseball goodness.
I don't know if you heard the part where I said that. I don't know if you heard the part where I said that I don't know if they're actually going to play. They're just going to make it look like they've got a deal, and then they never play.
Oh, they'll play. No, they'll, Tim. There is, you know me. I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I'm not that guy. Check that. I believe in most conspiracy theories. Baseball's not smart enough to pull that conspiracy off. So Vladdy and Bo and Kevin Biggio. It's gonna be a hell of a year, right? a hell of a 60 to 65 game year, or whatever they decide for 66.
I sure hope so.